Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good evening to you guys in India and where else? Indonesia? Title is insane. You should try this Udemy course. Yes, I know. Where are you guys from, by the way? Just to put myself in perspective. Entertainment says I don't miss any of your video. Thank you. We set up the quality of it a little bit recently. I still have a problem with my microphone. This microphone will pick up a lot of noise today, but I am actually buying one from a friend in December. So India, Australia, Italy. I was just there like 1 month ago. I was in Italy. Went around the coast, the Amalfi coast. I went to the Slingshot. I went to a couple of places there just visit. Egypt, Vietnam, America, India. Sorrento. Yes, I went to Sorrento as well. I had some limoncello. I don't know what the name of the drink is, but we have some here in the fridge. I bought some back. It's the citrus liquor. I come from Sorrento. Sorrento is such a nice place. Morocco, Norway, Turkey. A lot of people out here from not the West Coast or East Coast, not from the Americas. So today, I am actually not going to be focusing so much on the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be doing some kind of race. So the plan for today is to create a mobile game on the phone, this phone, as quickly as possible. And, just go from 0 to 100%. Hopefully we can have some nice VOD coming out of that. And maybe I can look back at this and be like, wow, I've made this game in 2 hours. Isn't that great? South Africa. Limoncello, you're right, that's what it is. I almost had it. Okay. I have doubt I can't build an APK in Android Studio. Well, don't do it in Android Studio, just do it directly in Unity. I said I wasn't gonna look at the chat. Okay, so Liverpool, UK. Oh, by the way, guys, just regarding this last piece of text I'll read. You're always free to use everything in the videos. If you see code that you like, you just grab it, you type it again. You can use that for commercial use. That's something to find on my website. You can check out there. It's you can use this clip as some kind of proof. But yeah, you're free to just use everything and sell it if you want to. Not that I wouldn't appreciate some credits, but you know. All right. So today, let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm not quite sure what the game is going to be. However, I have this kind of design, so I just quickly made this little drawing. It's gonna be a portrait game. I want to have some kind of slingshot, just like an Angry Bird, and I'm gonna be hitting enemies that go in certain paths. So what you see here, the dotted lines, are gonna be paths the enemy gonna take. Simple as that. Defeat condition is gonna be something like if you miss 3 shots, then you lose. I'm not quite sure about the progression of it, but as we go and we do it, I'll figure something out. Like, this is really just to create a game as fast as possible. Okay, let's do it. So, hyper casual game. This is what's gonna be. So, hyper casual game 1. We might have more in the future if this is actually a nice experience. So I'm gonna be using 2018 because I have 2019 installed. I like it, but it crashes quite a lot. So I'm gonna try and avoid that. 60 viewers. Nice. St. Petersburg. Why don't you also build for iOS? Well, I don't build for iOS for the sole purpose that I don't own an Android phone. It's not something that I really want to have either. A couple of members of the family do have some, like I could borrow, but I'm really not a big fan of iOS, to be honest. Buildbox is better or Unity is better? build box is good if you want to create games like I'm going to be creating today. However, I believe Unity is going to be much superior in the future, especially when they come out with the Unity for small things. Alright, so I'm going to start by setting up my project in Android. And I'll set the screen resolution I want to have. So I'll probably go for 19.6 or 16.9 resolution, as we often do. So let's see. 16.9. Do I have access to that? They have a pre-built version of that in 2019, but in 2018, I'm just gonna use 16:10. And you know what? We're gonna go in portrait. I want to play this game like this, like on my phone. I don't want to have to hold, because you lose a lot of people if you just have your game like landscape. You lose a lot of people. They have to settle down and actually play your game, you know, with both hands, which that's not really convenient for a lot of people. So, okay, going back to my script here, my little design. First thing I think I'll do is the shooting mechanic. So the swing mechanic I have down here. Basically, I just want to be able to like throw a boulder or like slingshot something up around this area. So to make sure I actually see what's going on, I always like to remove the skybox. I am not a fan of skybox at all. And we're going to start importing, or maybe not importing, but creating a couple of folders in here. I call this one sprites. Usually I create something called artwork, then sprite, but it's going to be, you know, our project ain't going to be that big. How long have you been programming? Since you're really skilled. I am not really skilled, to be honest. I am more of a all-around person. But I've been programming for about 6 years now. Okay, so prefab. We're gonna have music. I don't know if we're gonna have music. We might have two scenes, one for... Oh, we already have a folder of that. We might have two scenes, one for some kind of shop. I want to add a shop in there as well, because we just talked about bit, and I wanted to save something with bits, so we're going to be using some kind of small shop to buy different sprites for a player. Our player's basically just going to be a slingshot. That's what I'm thinking. We might change it, right? So to the object, a new sprite. This is player. Now I'm going to be doing everything in sprite and not the UI, simply because I don't want to run into performances issues, even though we're not going to get any, but you know, our game is going to be sprite-based and not UI-based. If you do a UI-based game, hell, that's just going to be way too expensive. Every time you move something, you have to redraw everything. Let's see. You love the title of the stream? Yeah, I did not know what to name it, so I guess that's just... Yeah. Will I keep this video on my channel? Yes, it will be kept on my channel. I'm going to cut it, so it goes as soon as I start. But yeah, it will actually be on the channel. Alright, now in terms of size, I'm always hesitant to like size this thing properly. Like, I don't know if I should go in orthographic mode. Since it's a 2D game, definitely want to go in orthographic. Let's see. Now in terms of size, I'm feeling like 2 or 1.5. You know what, let's just put it on 1. Some easy number to remember. If you can see how the values are really small now on my y-axis, I don't know if I want that. Okay, we're gonna put it on 5 as it was, the default settings. But I'm gonna have to make this player much bigger. And 5 I think is gonna be quite good. Now I gotta find where is the bottom of my screen in this case. That would be -4, around -4. It's about around here. And we're gonna have to create a script for this. So player. Now my logic is quite simple. I just want to be able to pull something and then instantiate a bullet. I want to pull the player like a slingshot and then instantiate a bullet. Oh, let's see. Visual Studio is giving me some trouble right now. Pull it here. Do I ever see myself making a high-scale commercial game? Hopefully next year. Hopefully next year. Actually, I don't want you to see this email. I'm gonna use the other account. Don't just increase the scale, change the sprite pixel per unit in inspector and makes blurry sprite. You're totally right. You're totally right. You know what? I like streaming my mistakes so you guys can correct me on that. Don't just... okay. This is a sprite community. I don't know if I can actually change it. In which case, we'll have a look at that when I import my own sprite. Why did I not just add everyone? Well, I don't like doing that. I don't know. I'm kind of shy. I'm a shy person. Okay, so on our player. First, I like to have the touch of the phone. So I'm going to create a new function for maybe the get position of our touches. So get touch position. I think we already have that though as part of the touch input.touch. Let's see. Full input. Am I saving the stream? I might save the stream, yeah. Most likely will. Yeah, in the project panel if I have a sprite. So once we have a sprite, remind me to do that. Alright. So vector 2, I'm actually going to declare like my my input field here at the top. And I'll set them. So touch position. Touch position, every single frame, I'm gonna be setting that to input.get touch. Touch at the index 0 dot position. Oh, get touch is actually the function, right? This will return me a vector 2, I think. Yeah, vector 2. That's good. Now, if we don't have any touch though, that ain't gonna work, so let's check if we have any. I don't know if I'm gonna be using the best practice of coding. Like I said, I'm kind of in a hurry, so we'll see. So get touch, I can't do a get touch like that, so let's see. Do I have like a touches count? Yeah, touches count. So if touch count is equal to, actually is not equal to 0, or if it's bigger than 0, then we're gonna go ahead and grab the first one position. Else, let's just reset it. So touch position is equal to vector2 dot 0. So I'm gonna be resetting the position of that every frame. That sounds good. I want to have a bound, like some kind of place that's going to limit the player from going left to right. Like he's gonna be stuck in some kind of rectangle, right? Or at least the slingshot aspect of it. So let's see. I have to think about this a little bit. I also want to get like some kind of event when I'm releasing the touch. Let's see. Maybe have some kind of boolean that keeps track of that. So is dragging start position. So private vector 2 start drag. And we'll check about this. So if input touch count, actually, if is dragging is not on and our input touch count is bigger than 0, it means we should start dragging, assuming the touch is going to be in the right position in the rectangle we want. So if that's bigger, man, I haven't coded like this in such a long time. Well, the previous things I've been doing is like just multiplayer stuff and also trying to figure out ECS. So my brain's it's kind of slowed down this morning. There's gonna be an additional condition here, so I'll just put that like this. If in rectangle is dragging is gonna be equal to true, and we're gonna get the start position of it as well. Start drag equal to input get touch. The first one, I don't really care about multiple input in this case. Dot position. And yeah, let's just go with that for now. Okay. Yeah, you can do if statement without single lines. If it's only one. Without brackets, if it's only one line. Okay, so if I'm not dragging and I have more than one touch, I do that. Else, if I am dragging, and input touch count now is equal to 0, then I'm gonna say is dragging is equal to false. What up, baby? You can bring him. You can bring him over here. What? Oh no, I won't grab him though. The dog's right here, chilling. Okay. I don't know if I want to have an event for that. That'd be kind of cool. Private delegate. Wait. I won't use a delegate here. Michelle says get touch 0.phase. So there's a phase thing, huh? But if there's no touch, I won't be able to do that. You're right. Okay, so I'd have to get touch 0 because, huh? I get it. I get what you're trying to say. There's gonna be a bug here, assuming I have a second finger on the screen when I try to release. But you know what? I'm actually fine with that. I'm actually quite okay with this. Okay, so we have a couple of fields. We're gonna modify it if it doesn't feel good, right? We have our start drag. I wanna actually draw it a bit, just so I know what the hell is going on. I'm a very visual person when it comes down to this. So let me draw a line in between, say, vector 3 dot down times 4. So that was the bottom of the screen, and the end would be our start drag. Or you know what, even better, start drag to input position. I'm gonna do a debug. Actually, I'm gonna do that in red, color that red for maybe 1 second. And we're going to be putting that on our player, which is right there. What am I trying to do actually? I'm just trying to create a game real quick, put that on the store, and then yeah, just be fast. Okay, so right now I don't think I have access to touches because my phone is not connected. And no, I don't think we can really test like this. So let me do something, right? On top of having touches, I'm quickly going to input the mouse click as well. So if that's the case, and I see what you're saying here with the touch count get phase, but I actually wanna make sure everything works before I dive a little bit deeper and actually fix those kind of bugs. So if I do a get mouse button for left click, and then here's gonna be for release. But your concern is totally correct. What problem am I trying to solve right now? Well, the problem is isn't really a problem actually. Just to do a swing mechanic. I just want to keep track of position, so when I do my swing mechanic, it doesn't look really awful. So I have an error where get touch. Okay, that's totally fine. That's because I should have different logics. Okay, touch is logic. And mouse logic. already running into some bugs. So I'm gonna copy all of this and just do one section for the mouse and one section for mobile. Of course, mobile is the only one that matters in this case, but I want to be able to test. So if touch count is bigger than 0, and I'll do what you said, so touches get touch 0 dot phase is equal to say touch phase that began, so I'm starting the touch, and then we're gonna have our bounce check. That's cool. And then if we end up having this, oh, you know what? Get touch add index 0 dot phase is equal to touch phase that ended. That's what you meant. There you go. Your microphone? Yeah, man. I know. It sucks. I can't do anything about it right now. I can only close the door. Let me do that. Picks up everybody in the house right now, which is kind of annoying, but that's the only microphone I have ever since my headset died. And if I want to buy my headset again, it's like $2,000 because it's out of stock everywhere, and I don't know which headset I like. So I've already ordered a microphone from one of my friends. I just have to wait until he's done using it, which is gonna be soon. So let's do not a region here. Let's do a preprocessor call. If not Unity editor, else we do the mouse logic. Let's do an if here. Okay, and here we'll find mouse code, which is going to be simply a input get mouse button down 1. Is it 1? No, it's actually 0. And then we get the mouse position. Mouse position, here it is. Same thing up here, but this time if it's up, and then for updating the position, here it is. So if I am dragging, if I'm not dragging, we do that. If blah blah blah, else if I'm just dragging by itself, then I can go ahead and just say touch position is going to be equal to input mouse position. Which tutorial should I watch? What are you trying to do? Check before touch count or it will give you an error. Oh, that's what you mean here, huh? Good point, good point. I'm trying to want a game with survival. I am trying to want a game with survival. Okay, there's a bunch of long tutorials you can watch on YouTube. They are, like, I must be honest, they are all outdated. I've never did that, though I would really want to do a survival game at one point. It's like one of my favorite genre. I just never get to it. Somehow I'm always stuck doing mobile. That's what people want to see. And every time I want to do like survival game, something like that I enjoy doing, I always want to do it multiplayer because I want to play with the community. I want to play with people. But it's so much work, dude. But to answer your question, where can you find a multiplayer, not multiplayer, where can you find how to do a survival game? I'm sure somebody in the chat will answer you better than I do. I don't watch much tutorial on YouTube anymore. Okay, so we have our screen position. I don't have my array. Oh, there it is. I just have to show Gizmo. So the problem with this, I believe, is this: the actual position of this is different than the world position. So I gotta do a camera, screen, actually camera, main, screen point, screen to world point. Here it is. This will make a little bit more sense. Yep, I think I'll also have to do that with the touches. The first and only problem to make a game is to actually finish a project you start. Yeah, that's why we're doing everything today. Like, we're doing everything in one go today. I just got a no reference exception because I did camera.main and I didn't have a main camera. This is something that, I don't know why, it just does that nowadays. They don't put the main camera tag anymore. So you know what, to avoid that altogether, I'll put camera.current instead. I'm doing a rollerball. Yeah, we've done that in the past. That was quite fun. So, I get a no reference from time to time. What is that no reference? That seems quite cool, but like at the beginning I got 2 no reference. What are those? Camera.current could give me a no reference? That's kind of stupid. Okay. Well, maybe it's that. Maybe it's the... It can't be input mouse position. I can't get a no reference on that. Or maybe because it's not on the right update loop? No, I actually never saw that before. You know what? Let's go back on main. I don't know what current does. Like, I don't know what's going on behind the current code. I know what's going on behind main. It's just getting a tag, so... See, we're fine with that, but we were not fine with current. I'm guessing it has something to do with Cinemachine? Yeah, you have to get main camera. But like, what does current do, right? Now I'm intrigued. The camera we're currently rendering with for low-level render control only. I am not going to fake that I don't know what they're talking about for low-level rendering, but it's gonna work with main, and it would work even better if we had a reference to it, so we don't call it all the time. Since we're in mono right now, I am not even shy to do these things. I would be so shy to do that in what's the thing? ECS, yeah. Finding object with tag, let's go and find the main camera. Oh, you know what? Even better than that. Camera.main. There. Okay, so that's should work for the mouse logic. So the mouse logic seems like it's gonna work. However, I'm thinking here, is the touch also going to work? Like, what is that we're getting out of get touch position? Do I have to go through my camera again? Most likely, but we won't be able to tell until I test it out. And when I test it out and it doesn't work, I'll know what the problem is. Alright, now it's time to restrict that. I have to restrict this in between some kind of bounds. Now, doing triangles. How would I go about doing this? Should I actually use an actual rectangle? Because we could do that. We could go on the sprite and look at rectangles. I could even use a collider. I think I'm going to be using hard-coded values. That's how boring I am. Yep, I'm going to be using hard-coded values. So let's see, start drag, touch position, and what I'm looking for is maybe I'm going to create like bound object. So that's my bounds. And I'll grab some game object in here. New sprite. It's going to be my left bound. Very, very tiny. Totally okay with me. 2.5 or maybe even -2. In terms of the y, I want to actually stay on the same y all the time. Okay, So I'm going to create two things, right? This, assume that the big square one is my slingshot. He's gonna be able to move, maybe not in an arc, but on a line path. And then from that line path, you'll lock in one position on that line, and then you'll be able to swing. And that swing can be thrown in whichever direction you want. So depending on the first touch, like the start drag, I'm gonna be moving that dude on a line. So let's see. What's the RL bloom effect on me? I don't know. My camera just does that sometimes. It's because it's really dark in here, and like if I open this window, it's gonna be even worse. Man, I should have thought about the logic of this before I went in. Okay. Where's my bound? Here it is. -2. My right bound is gonna be 2. And in terms of y, I'm thinking about maybe -2 again. Oh, easy numbers. So when I start dragging this thing, I'm gonna move my player position, so transform that position over to something that is 100% on -2 in y. So new position is equal to -2, like this. And in terms of the x is going to be depending on my start drag. Right now, I am not sure how I'll go around, and I'll like normalize the position of it. But I'll just do start drag.x, and I have to clamp this value. So maybe do a float.clamp or a matf.clamp. My value is start drag x, minimum is -2, maximum is 2. Yeah, now I just gotta call this thing. Like so. Let's actually merge all our code in here as well, so we have less code in the mouse logic. Stop drag. All right. There we go. Just move some code around. Hey, hi. What are you making? I don't know. What are you drinking? Will it help you get more ideas? Yeah, coffee usually does that, or it fucks up your sleep. One of the two. Okay, so we're on the maximum here, maximum on the right. Now I'd like to actually pull this back, so I'm gonna need a second value. So when I click, we go to start drag.x. And then after that, I want to keep the start drag, and when I release, maybe create another ray so I can see what's going on. So stop drag, let's do that. Let's do that here. So at this point, we're going to be drawing a yellow. We're going to be drawing it for 1 second. Only when I stop drag. So that only happens during 1 frame. Maybe I want to do the start. Only 1 frame as well. There. I don't need no more debug. I think it's funny that the big fiasco in the gaming community is the fact that the next Diablo game will be on mobile, and mobile gaming is only increasing. Nintendo is on it too, yet gamers don't like. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the bad side of this fence. I'm on Diablo's. I don't know. Business part of it is on Diablo's side, but the gamer part in me, which is slowly dying, isn't. As stupid as it is. Oops. Let me put that here. Hey, what's up?
I see you.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, back to this. I'm getting some weird behavior with my raise. I'm always starting from the center. I don't know why. Let me go check. Start drag, touch position. Oh, it's because when I stop dragging, I reset my start drag. Here it is. I should not do that as soon as I have. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this thing. Like, everybody's going to mobile for the only reason that China is the biggest market in mobile. They make so much money, it's crazy. It's not for good, you know. It's not for fun. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to alter this start drag, so it's always on the thing. Sorry about the chair, by the way. Yeah, we can hear everything with this mic.
Should I use your chair?
You could, yeah. Start drag dot X is gonna be clamped. So instead of clamping it directly here, I'll just clamp it here. And then the Y is gonna be locked on the -2. So I'm basically just grabbing the value from the camera and then I'm modifying it right away for this. So I don't need that. Cool. Core gamer in general, seriousness. I wouldn't say core as entitled, but they don't understand business. Yeah, they don't. They don't. One of my friends is really into everything Zelda related, and he's about to destroy everything. Like, he has a house filled with Zelda furniture. He has all the posters. He has all the video games. He's about to burn it all down if in the cartoon they're making a cartoon for Zelda. If Link speaks, he says it's really anti the lore thing in Zelda. So if Link speaks, he's just burning everything down. Do you have any RPG tutorial? Nope, I don't. We should. So, okay, let's look at this. My red thing is completely stupid, but it works. Now my yellow one works just fine. So the yellow one is going to be the force I'm throwing something at. And sometime it won't be strong enough for something to throw, so let's just do shoot. And I'm going to be doing like a small if condition here. If the line in between touch position and start drag is not long enough, then we're not going to shoot. So if touch position is it okay, so it's B minus A. Touch position is B minus A start position. Okay. If these two dot magnitude, I don't want to use magnitude. Magnitude is always too expensive, never a good thing. So you do square magnitude instead. Because doing a square root is the most expensive thing in terms of computing. So you want to do square magnitude, which means you bypass that. You do a higher number instead. So square magnitude, if that is smaller, or if that's bigger than, say, I don't know what my sizes are right now. Let's say if it's bigger than 0.5, and I'll do 0.5 times 0.5 for the square root of it, then we're going to shoot. Of course, this value I want to be putting it inside of a field instead. So let's grab that. What are we going to call our values? Minimum force to shoot. Let's be really literal. Private float minimum. I don't remember what it is, so I'll just go copy it. Very short term memory right here. And I'm going to serialize that field for the sole purpose that I want to be testing it in the inspector. Okay. Is YouTube your main job? No, not at all. YouTube is really far away from my main job. I wish it was. That'd be nice. Just gotta give me some more watch time. And yeah, coding your own game is always easier than you think. Is it? Is it easier than you think? That's if you're wondering, that's the name of my stream. That's why people say that all the time. I did not know what to name my stream, so I named it after the dude. Okay, so if I have enough force when I pull back, it's gonna be red, and if I don't have enough, it's gonna be cyan. Actually, it's gonna be yellow, and if I don't have enough, it's gonna be cyan. So that's not enough, but that's enough. So you would be able to throw it. Not like this. Oh, that's not enough. Let's do 0.5. Still not enough. Let's do 1. So you need to pull at least this far. There you go. Let's do this. 1. Oh, I didn't do times the thing. Well, either way. I'm also a big Zelda fan, and I would say most people are, but his obsession is a bit excessive. Yeah, he has a strong opinion on everything. Like Red Dead Redemption just came out, and he's trashing the game so bad, and he's pissing off everybody who likes it. And I understand, I don't like it, but I understand why people like it. It's super immersive. I just find it too slow for me. I am not a completionist when I play a game. I really want to just go through point A to point B. I didn't spend 300 hours on Skyrim, I spent maybe 15. Straight to the main quest. Are his glasses for PC good? Some people say yes, some people say no. Some people say you just save a lot of money by installing Flux instead. This software. It does the same thing. But, you know, I use this when I'm on my phone as well, which is quite cool. Okay, let's found something. Serialized field, private game object, and we're going to be putting that on a, say, bullet prefab. Oops. I don't have a poll right now. We'll do a poll later if we find the need to. We'll probably find the need to. Let's see. Instantiate the bullet prefab. I'm gonna be spawning it maybe in some kind of container. Maybe not. Maybe we can just leave it there in the void. And we're gonna be spawning it on top of Star Drag. Quaternion.identity. And there's gonna be no parent. Let's see what happens with that. There's gonna be a script on that called maybe get component type of bullet. And then we can set some values in here, such as force is going to be equal to the magnitude. What is the magnitude? So it's these two together. Here, I might want to use magnitude and not square magnitude. Yeah, that sounds just right. Now we gotta go create these values. Let's see. No bracket after each if. Yeah, I don't feel the need. I really just don't feel the need. Okay, so we got my force. Let's do update and transform the position plus equal. We got the direction too. Public vector 2 direction. That's the transform. Okay, so that's a vector 3. Therefore, I'll have to do this instead. Okay, something of the sort. Now we need a prefab for the bullet. Let's go ahead and find one. Oh. Prefab. Technically, when that guy says coding your own game is easy, he says that because of all the Flappy Bird. Well, yeah, it's all the Flappy Bird clones. It depends. Coding your own game is easy. If we're doing like something like we're doing today, yeah, sure. you get the hang of it, and we can do it quite fast after a while. And when he says it's easy, he's not saying it's going to take 2 hours, it's going to take 1 week or something. But who really wants to do that all day? That's not what people have in mind when they think about making their own game. Alright, so we have our bullet. Let's put that in here. Damn. This is so poorly architect. But it's gonna work. Yo, Ripfake, I don't know what you're talking about right now, so if you want to ask that question in the chat right now, it would be much better. I would be able to help you out here more. So I got nothing out of this simply because I don't have a direction on my object. Let me get a direction. There it is, that's my direction. I feel like I should actually store that somewhere instead. Invading France. Okay. What's happening? What are we making? We're making a weird game on 2D mobile game. We're doing this so we can have a game from scratch to finish in the least amount of time, which is probably going to be like 2 hours or something. Maybe a little bit more. Let's reverse the direction so it goes in the other way. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Definitely gonna need some more force on that, some multiplier on the force. So minimum force to shoot. Oh. 1 is fine, but then we're gonna have a force multiplier. Yes, now it's a clock. Our game is a clock. It's a pool game. No, it's just like some kind of slingshot, and you're gonna throw stuff on things. I don't know yet. We'll find out. Force multiplier. Force multiplier. Alright, let's see. Is this how you would come up with game ideas in the industry? No. Do you just work on part? They just tell you what to do on the schedule every day? Yeah, depends. If you're the designer, yeah, you were the person that leads what happens in the production. But if you're just a programmer, you don't have ideas. You don't get to have ideas. You just program. From my experience, but I've been only in big studios. I haven't been in smaller scale studios. Okay, so there's gonna be a maximum force. Also, where is my force thing? Minimum force to shoot. Okay, and we're going to clamp that. If that magnitude is too high. So let's do float. And if it's bigger than maximum amount of force, so if force is bigger, then we're going to clamp it. I know what the right amount would be. I'm gonna try with 10. doesn't look very cool. I want to do something with a rigid body would be nice. What if those have rigid bodies? If we can have some physics in there. Of course, instead of doing what I'm doing right now, I have to do a had force, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I like that a lot more. At least I don't even have to code the gravity, which I quite like, to be honest. So here's what we'll do. Private void awake. In the awake, we're gonna find our rigid body. So rigid is equal to get component type of rigid body 2D. That's right. This one will be private. And every update, we're going to be setting the velocity of that. So, well, maybe not velocity, but force. I had force. The force is going to be direction plus force. I don't know if we need time to delta in this case. And we can also change the force mode for... maybe not an impulse, just a constant force. Wow, looks so weird. We're gonna do impulse instead. The thing is, I never really play with physics so much, so I know I need a mass. Oh crap, this is a little bit too much. Let's see. So does it ever fall? No, it never falls because I'm in the update loop. What if I just do it once? Actually, just test it out real quick before I write too much code. I'll put it in the awake. That surely didn't save, yeah. Okay, so it feels like it's working. The only issue is that it's really, really not strong. So the force of my bullet is over here. I'm going to delete that and set it manually just to see what feels good. For the moment, of course. What you talking about? My dog isn't barking? My dog doesn't even bark anymore. Or at all, actually. There. What's with the beard? I don't know. What's with the beard? Tell me. What's with the beard? Why do you have?
You're not allowed to shave it.
I'm not allowed to shave it.
It's no shave November.
Yeah. So let's see. It doesn't feel like I can do anything in the awake, huh? Adding a force to this thing is really awful. Jesus fucking Christ, Naliak. You're so annoying. Let me get rid of you. This dude just keeps speaking like in all caps. Velocity. Yeah, the velocity would be a lot better, you're right. Let's do that. Times force. Let's try that. I don't know if the velocity... Yeah, it would work, right? Because it's not a force, you just set it right away. Can I do a Godot tutorial in Ari? I don't think so. I'm not a big fan of Godot. So my direction is going to be 1 in this case. I really never use that. I never use rigid body. Let's see. Is there a performance difference in between start and update? There really isn't any performance. It's just a matter of timing, really. If you instantiate an object, you are calling awake as it's being instantiated. But if you call a start on this object, you're gonna wait until the full frame is done, and then after that, you're gonna have your start. So I don't know. It's there's no performance, it's just a matter of timing. Okay, so my force is still being overridden because I probably missed on something right here. Let's see. Public float force, yeah. Oh, I restored that, right. It doesn't feel that bad. It really doesn't feel that bad right now. Let me see if I can go my player, just maybe increment the max force. Yeah, kind of feels that way. Let's check with maybe a better multiplier. Oh, maybe it's not being applied. Let's see. I'll apply it here and I'll remove it from max force. Just playing around with the values a bit. Alright, here we go. There's quite a big difference. Wait, Ram, you here? What's your username on? Oh, there it is. I was wondering what your username was on YouTube. Yeah, Ram saves the day. Let me open up the stream real quick. I only have the OBS stream at the moment. I can't really see what goes on. I just see the chat, but I don't see people's name. All right, cool. Is it time to add some art? I'm feeling like we need to add some art, but it's gonna be quite shitty if I make art. Let me maybe create some kind of life system. So if my bullet hits something, it's gonna get destroyed. If it doesn't hit something, then eventually it's going to fall on a certain axis. And if it falls on a certain axis, then I'm just gonna remove 1 life off the player. Damn, Ram with the donation. Thank you so much, man. That button is hidden though. I don't know. I did not know you could actually click it. But thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alright, this is time for this dude to go. He's really too fucking annoying. There it is. I'm gonna keep a life count, which we can make like 3, something of the sort. And with that life count, we are going to simply decrease the life count every time that a bullet goes beyond a certain point. So I'm not 100% happy about. I'm really not happy about this. I'm not proud about the code we're gonna have at the end. We're just trying to do it fast. We're just trying to do it fast, mate. And for the purpose of actually keeping track of those bullets, and also for the pool later on, I'm going to be creating a list. Not a game object, we'll just call it bullet, or bullet pool. And I'll be cycling through them to check if they are ready to be reinstantiated, or if they are ready to be destroyed. Private game object get bullet. Oops. So let's implement the pool really quickly when I shoot. Here, instead of doing instantiate, we're going to be calling get bullet. Game object R for return, and we return R. Now what happens is we are going to look through our list, so it's going to be equal to bullet pool dot find. We're going to be looking at something that is inactive. So yeah, that's it actually. Only something that is inactive. And if it's inactive, we take it and we put it inside of game object R. So active is obsolete. So how do we check that? Active self, I think. Yeah, here it is. If we don't find anything, so if R is equal to null, then we're going to go ahead and instantiate something, just like we've done here. So R instantiate this thing, and then we return it. I'm missing something? Oh yeah, of course. We add it to the list after that. So bullet pool dot add R. Let's see. What are we creating today? We are creating something. Games. We're just creating a game. Let's see. Something for mobile that we've been doing from scratch and we're gonna complete today. So something fast. So we got our pool. Now I'm going to be cycling through. Then again, I'm repeating myself a couple of times, but I really don't like what I'm doing here in terms of iterating through a list every frame. Maybe not do it every frame. In fact, maybe I should even just put a trigger. Yeah, let's do trigger. There's limit to being dirty. Or is there? Alright, so I got my bounds for the slingshot. Now I want to have bounds for if it goes too far, right? So I'll be creating a new object, new empty game object. This is going to be bounds. This is going to be slingshot bounds. And here I will be simply creating a couple of box collider 2D. I have to put a sprite on it, I think, else it's not gonna work. And we'll move this on either side. And these are not going to be shown, by the way, so feel free to do whatever you want with the sprite itself. The height of this thing, I want to give it some room at the top in case you're throwing too far high, but then it can come down and hit the enemy back on the way back actually. So maybe something like this for the right side, something like this for the left side, And let's just put a ceiling just in case. And of course, beneath us. Top kick. What do you guys think about doing just a chill stream, like a Q&A where I don't rush? Maybe not a Q&A because I don't really have I don't think I'm that interesting, but just a stream in which we can speak about different topics you guys want to speak about. That would be much easier on me. Heck, I'd be able to do that every day. Oh, some Russian in here, nice. So I got a couple of bounds here. My bullets have rigid body, so technically they can trigger it. What I'll do here is put them on trigger. Chill stream is nice. Thumbs up. We'll think about that. We'll do one soon. Let's see. Right, left, top, bottom. So they're all on trigger at the moment. They're not tagged. I don't really have any way of getting those. What I could do is just simply have a def, like a def script that looks under those, and if something enters, if it's a bullet, of course, we remove a life. Damn, this architecture is so easy. On trigger, enter 2D, and we can even get something in the awake. I'll get it in the awake so I don't have to call it every time, and if it's in the awake, it doesn't really impact the game speed. So I'll get a player here. Private player, player. Player is equal to find object of type player. Okay. You know what? It would be much more efficient to have a drag and drop. I'm going back and forth and trying to be fast and also trying to be clean. It's such a battle on a daily basis to do that. So I'll have a public function here, public void on take damage or take hit on loose bullet. There. Not in here. So on loose bullet, player on loose bullet. So many Russian bots in here. I don't know if they're Russian bots. We have Sit. He's not Russian and he's not a bot. And he's almost Russian. Okay, let's try this one out. Let's see if the unloose bullet is being called. Object reference is not set. Let's see. So I lost reference to something. What is it? Oh, my pool. Okay, so bullet pool was not created. It's a list of game object, but I never instantiated it. So let's do that here. Will this video be up as a YouTube video? It will. However, I'm going to be cutting a little bit of it because most of what I'm doing here is a waste of time. When I'm struggling a little bit, I like to cut that to look like I'm perfect. What you laughing at?
You're so honest.
You're so honest. Thank you. Take that as a compliment. So let's see, my bullet went through. Is it on a different axis? It might be. But they're both using... okay, so this one was not using a collider, that's why. Circle collider 2D. So player was not set. That's totally right. I forgot to just put the reference in here. And also I only have one def. So let's do that. Now they all have the def script. Drag and drop player, see if it works for all of them. Yep. The reference has been created. And now let's try to throw a bullet here. I did not, oh yeah, there it is. So I got my debug.log. Got 1 life left, got 0 life left, we lose. Okay, good. Unlose bullet. Okay, so we're gonna do a life count. Minus minus, we're gonna do if life count is equal to 0. Let's do scene, actually Unity engine, scene management, load scene, or scene manager, load scene. I'll load the menu for now, but of course we don't have one, so we'll have to go and create this thing. Okay, there it is. Creating new scene, this one's going to be menu. In here, I want to have a shop, basically. There's a law in the 48 Laws of Power book that says you never be too perfect. I don't know, I don't understand. People just keep saying the title is awesome. I'm gonna start clickbaiting. Clickbaiting a lot more than that then. Let's put the menu in here. In the menu real quick, I'm just gonna do some really standard UI just so I can go straight to the game. Let's see. Put my game on this side. Anchor this in the center. And in my menu scene, I'll have some kind of controller, scene controller. So menu, oops, menu scene. What game are we coding? I'm coding just a small game for mobile. The goal is to have it done and on the Play Store by the end of the stream. Scene manager, load scene. I'm really sorry about the microphone, by the way. Trying to get a new one right now. The future streams are going to be much better when I get a different microphone. This one is the Blue Yeti, but it just picks up everything in the house, like everything. I also don't have any music. That's because every time I put music, I get destroyed by corporations that claim everything and they do strikes on the channel, and just every time I put music, I risk of losing everything. It's really scary. Even royalty-free music, I get squashed on that because people make remix of those royalty-free music and they claim me with that. And I have to just go back and forth for so long. It kills the view count, it kills the monetization, it kills everything. So people are a hassle, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this button just goes straight into the game for now. Put Mozart in the background. You see, that's the thing. If I put Mozart in the background, somebody's gonna have a remix of Mozart or something like that, and he's gonna claim me. So what's gonna happen is that he's gonna wait 15 days until he answers my claim. He's going to decline it because he can do it once. And then I'm going to have to reclaim it again. He's going to wait 15 more days. And at that point, he's going to be like, oh yeah, it turns out you're right. That's 30 days that the money is going to him. And 30 days where the videos doesn't appear in the search result as much as it should. It's so bad. Okay, I'm starting to get somewhere with this little mechanic. I don't need the slingshot bounds anymore. I don't want to see them. Now it'd be nice if I could actually have some kind of enemies patrolling around. So we're gonna do a small collision script. What a process! I know, right? It's a process that you have to be really big on YouTube for people to stop doing that. You have to do it. Well, it's not you have to be big. It's that you have to do it really, really often. So YouTube gives you like a pass. But don't have that, and I don't think I will at this speed. If I want to post a game on Google Play, do I need to pay some license? Yes, you have to pay 25 USD forever, like just one time, and then you can post as many as you want forever. So my enemies will be, I think they're going to be on trigger. Just think they're going to be moving on the screen. They're going to be on trigger. Private void. Okay, so if somebody hits me, so if a bullet hits me, then let's do destroy. It'd be nice to actually play an animation before that. We can sneak in there later, but right now just do a game of actually destroy by itself. Game object. There it is. And it's also going to destroy the bullet. It shouldn't destroy the bullet. It should not destroy the bullet. It should do something else than that. It should actually just re-trigger it. So I'm gonna go under the bullet real quick. We're gonna make our pool work properly. When we shoot, we grab that bullet. We also change its position. So we're gonna say bullet dot position, the transform dot position is gonna be equal to this start drag bullet dot transform dot rotation to quaternion dot identity and then if I hit something, I just trigger it off or turn it off. Trigger it off. It's also very important that I make sure this one is back to active when I get it. So I don't know where I should do that. I could just do that here. Set active to true. I followed your tutorial for IAP, but it's just not working. Is it still up to date? I don't think it's up to date. It's been a while. I haven't really done that in a while. I haven't really looked at IAP. Actually, I just did it once, and that's the one time you saw it in the video. The video is about 2 years old as well, so maybe that's worth revisiting, but, you know. I'm a music producer, and I can tell things are awful for us as well, says Dimitrius. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way around this fiasco, this crazy thing. Okay, so where was I? Right, so when I hit enemy, instead of doing destroy, I'll grab this enemy, this type, not in this type, but in this setting here, I have access to collision. I can do a game object, I can do a get component, in fact. Rem, thank you so much again. You don't have to donate money, that's totally fine. But really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna have to find where to hide this, but does this mean you will host a music jam? Also, everyone should join Nerg's Discord server. Yes, that is totally true. I'm not gonna be hosting a music jam unless somebody wants to teach me. I'd be really happy to be part of someone else's stream or something like that. That, you know, where we can have a little bit of fun and I can learn a lot. I learned so much just from streaming here. Like if I just did like without focusing on the code too much, if I just read what everybody has to say, I learned so much. You don't know how many times I get corrected on things, even on videos, and I really appreciate it. It sounds... Some people think it's a dick move, but I like it. I love it. It saved me a couple of time on very bad code. If I do bad code, people see it and they just tell me. That's what I'm trying to say. Check if you had button component or native navigate on it. What tutorial to combine to create a game? My C# programming is quite okay, but I'd like to create a game. Maybe, is that what you're saying? Oh, message deleted. Well, if you're saying like if you need a tutorial on architecture, see, that's the thing. I would love to do a tutorial on architecture. I'm actually decent at game architecture if I take my time, if I look at the paper, if I'm in the calm environment and I just start laying down the UML graph. I'm actually quite good at that, but nobody cares. Like, nobody cares about that on YouTube, and it would take a lot of time to do. It's just something that is not worth doing in a YouTuber perspective kind of deal. I haven't really talked about it yet, but us at MGN Studio, a studio where I work at, we just released a game recently. I don't know if I should plug it right now. I'll plug it in my next video actually. So collision set active to false. What happens here is that as soon as my player hits the enemy, he gets turned off, and then he can be picked up again in the bullet list. But since he gets turned off, he doesn't hit anything else, and he bounce, so we're not losing a life here. That being said, we're gonna need an enemy. So let's do to the object another sprite, enemy. This one could be another knob. Let's put it at the top here for now. Have the enemy script on it. A circle collider on this dude is trigger. Smack me, Billy. Nice icon, by the way. I see your icon is a doge. Appreciate that. I can really appreciate that. Okay, so we destroyed this thing just like this. Our game looks so ugly right now, but you know, we can work on it. I have a feeling like I can't even reach that high if I pull. It'd be nice to have like the perfect numbers to play around with here. So minimum force to shoot could be left on here. Max force could be put on 2, but the multiplier would be 10. Let's try this out. I feel like that's much better. Oh, by the way, you still haven't addressed the fact that we can throw bullets backward. Minimum force to shoot, 75. Alright. Okay, let's give it a little bit of difficulty. So we're gonna make the enemy travel on a different path. Which path should it take? I'm not sure quite yet. I'm not quite sure yet. What we'll do here is that we are going to make it move around in a sin manner. So transform position plus equal manf.sin with time.delta time maybe. Oh no, that's a bad thing. Time.time. There we go. And we'll make it move left to right maybe. So move delta.x equal to this, and move delta.y could also be equal to this. And of course we move it. Transform positions is plus equal to move delta. There. Is that gaming glasses I have on? It's computer glasses. There's another brand that Yume has next to me. Could you show me your glasses real quick? That's her glasses. They work as well. Maybe a little bit less yellow. I enjoy the yellow quite a lot. Do they work? Yeah, they work fine. You can also just install software to do that, but we're on our phone some of the time, so we also like to have that for our phones, even though the phone has also application just like Flux. Okay, so what's the issue here? It believes it's the vector 3, I think. Position plus equal move delta, unassigned local field of move delta. Can I actually do that? Can I do default vector 3? There we go. Just picking up a little bit of things from ECS. Does your roommate game too? What up, roommate? Do you game as well?
I do a modeling.
Moderately, I think. That's what she said. That's untrue. She's a big gamer. She games every second.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, we don't play games much. Yesterday I played games for like the first time in 1 month. We played Osu with our little team here. With FMP, with Banana, with Sit. We played Osu. So, what's the name of your game? There ain't no name. Screw names. Should we multiply that by time.delta time? I want it to stay like within bounds, but you know, adding a multiplier to it always kind of sucks. But if it's time.delta time, it's a good multiplier. I can deal with that. Okay, we got some movement. It's not really the movement I was well, it actually is the movement I was expecting. Let's do let's do just X. And we'll have another field to control the speed, so maybe, yeah, public float speed. Coding your own game is easier than you think. You know, you should really take this online Udemy course. It will be taught by an expert that is bald. I'm also going bald, so I'll have more Udemy course soon. Okay, now let's do that, but let's move the enemy like a little bit on the left. It'd be nice to do it through code. What am I making? I'm making just some kind of slingshot thing. I can't even do that properly. I can't even shoot it properly. Private float lifetime. For Android? Yes, of course. That's the goal. We're just doing everything for Android. And we're doing it not clean at all. It's really unclean. All the code you're seeing is like code that you would put in a fire. A nice dumpster. But hey, it works. Yeah, what the hell's going on here? So plus equal time, okay. Plus equal time.time. So time.time always goes, oh, wait. Time to delta time. There we go. It's hard to use Unity ML agents. I don't see much tutorial about that. I don't know. I don't know what ML agents are. Do you mean AI agents? Or really ML agent? No need to write private. I know, but I like doing it. Why does your roommate sound like an Asian? Why do they think you're my roommate? Do I look like I'm in a dorm? Do I look like I'm in school? People in school are way more clean than I am.
I'm your roommate.
You know they can pick up, like, they can pick you up as loud as me, right?
But why?
Because the microphone is built away. Machine learning. Oh, ML is machine learning. I think Sebastian has some on that. Sebastian, Sebastian Lag, I think. He has some machine learning, and he has to be good. Like, he spends a lot of time making his videos, so I saw that somewhere. Neural network. Okay, so it's not okay. It's still something big, right? It's still neural network. So I might want to have a look at that. His roommate is his sister. Damn, it's just going down the drain now. Yes, my sister is Asian. Definitely, that's how it works. Let's see. Right. I'm gonna cheat here. Lifetime is actually going to be equal to minus 0.5 because I know it's going to put it on the other side of the sin. And I can keep on spawning this thing in the middle. You can watch coding train for machine learning video. Hey, did we do it? Ah, not quite, huh? It's so weird. Why do I not know which value this is? Honestly, I am bad at coding, but I'm learning. I want to make a school project. I want to convert 19 currency to INR in a switch case. To INR? Is that like a fiat currency? What's INR? Currency, INR currency. Okay, so it's Indian rupee, right? You can use Google Finance to do that for you, man. Don't bother too much about writing it on your own. Just use Google Finance, update it. Well, it's always updated, so you can just get the perfect values right there. Okay, so we haven't tested out the touch control. It's something I want to do right now. Oh wow, I just got a new follower on Instagram. Amazing. Thank you, Nordine. Let me check. So I'm connected on the phone. Let's see if I can boot Unity Remote on its own and run this on my device. So it's not running, but I also don't have the project settings enabled. So project settings, editor, device, any Android device, close this, boot it up again. Do I have 3 screens? Well, technically do. Yeah, because of the phone. I have 2 screens though. Oh my god, Unity Remote. Yes, it's the thing that never works. It's crap. I mean, it's faster than building the thing, right? I just want to check if the inputs work. Okay, maybe it's not updated for that. Well, I guess we're gonna build. And I just realized that either way, it was not going to work because we have the pre-compiler thing, and pre-compiler still thinks that we're in the editor. So we gotta set the bundle identifier. Okay, let's do. That's the good name. 1. we should start making a page for that on Google Play. Google Play Console. I know the application is really not ready right now, but it's part of the thing. It's part of the stream to complete it completely. So let's see. I could not build this. Let's see what the reason is. No Android device connected. That's a goddamn lie. Apparently it was supposed to be easy. Easier than I thought. Let's see. I'm not receiving the thing. I'm not receiving the RSA thing, which kind of sucks. It also doesn't mention that USB debugging is on, which means my phone isn't really connected, apparently. Okay. Just replug it. Apparently it works. Error building because script add compiler error. So that's because of, let's see. That's because of our precompile code. What's wrong with that? Operator n cannot be applied to type int and bool if touch count is bigger than 0. There it is. I really look stupid with these glasses on. I think I'll keep them. Do you mind? You want these? Next game. It's me, Harry Potter.
I'm not speaking anymore because it's an Asian.
There, you guys got, you offended her.
Your roommate sounds so Asian.
My sister sounds so Asian.
Your sister roommate sounds so Asian.
Yep. Where was I? I was creating a new application. Oh look, all the application that got shut down because somebody claimed it. Nice. You guys are dicks sometimes. So publish an app on Google Play. We're gonna start doing that. Of course, the game is not ready. What's the name of our game? Swing boy, 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 boy. May I ask, and maybe it's just me, but why does the same game made in Unreal Engine looks more polished with less effort than the game made in Unity? I've noticed. That's no longer true. If you're using the new rendering pipeline, you're gonna get the same quality now, in terms of effort to good looks ratio. But yeah, it's because we're all used to seeing the Unity stuff out there. We know we can recognize it right away, right? People don't change it. They don't change the rendering pipeline. They don't change the default sprite in my case right now. Yeah. So title of the game. Full swing. I don't know. We can always change that. Short description. Boop, boop. Is it on my phone yet? I think it's on my phone. Yes, build has been successful. Let's have a look at this. Slingshot putty. Oh, that could be decent. Here's the thing. Same thing. Let's see if the input work. Womp womp womp. Okay, the input don't work. Of course, we don't get any mouse input in there. Our logic is right here, so if we're not dragging, actually it's the same exact logic. Maybe the else is not in the right place. Else. Oh yeah, we forgot our camera thing. That might be why. So let's see. And I used to reset it if I wasn't pressing on anything, but I don't technically need to do that. So we'll just leave it as is. And I think I can even stack those. If I put the mouse above, I can stack those. There. Why is the touch input on Visual Studio different? Because we had a preprocessor in front of it, so we were blocking that code. So we said basically if we're running through the editor, let's not even think about that code. Let's not see that code. But if we're outside of the editor, then we can enable it. And it was a vice versa with the mouse logic. That's why. Hey, what's up, Sam? Do you keep your key store private when you upload? Yeah, I keep them private. I always use the same one. Then we push it on a cloud for the company, and we encrypt it. We hide it pretty good, but we always use the same one, so we're kind of vulnerable to like if our key store gets hacked, then somebody can upload or update all our game to a malware or something. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm saying it now. Maybe it's gonna put some fire on my ass and I can actually start using it properly. You've never seen the Udemy advert? Maybe they don't show it in your country. That might be true. I just know it's really annoying. And you're really tired of hearing it all the time. Can you show how to do more artwork? Yeah, we're about to hit the artwork phase, like, really soon. Hopefully. If this builds. We're not completely done with the logic, like we don't have any scores, we don't have any way to keep track of progress. Hey, but would you look at that right here? First it moves, and second, it throws. And it fails. And there's a button, but it's really, really small. So I'm gonna have to redo the scaling of this properly. And this game is way too hard. Programmer heart? Is that? No. I mean, yeah, we do programmer art most of the time, but I'm also teaching you stuff that is code related. When I'm streaming like this, I mean, eventually you want to make something that looks good, right? So we're gonna try and do something else today. We're gonna try and do something cool. But before we do that, we have to finish coding this thing. I'm gonna add text and also images for the life counts. So we're gonna start by life panel. I will actually make sure I have the right screen size. Now, what's a good 16:10 size? What about 1600 and 1000? That could do it. And my life panel would be stuck at the very top left over here. Maybe give it a small margin, 2020. And we can make the size a little bit bigger, 500 pixel, or maybe less than that, maybe like 250, 300. 400 pixel, here it is. And inside of that life panel, let's create 3 more sprites. Life 1, 2, and 3. That's the most basic game you've seen. Side of it, different sprite, different color, so we can see it right now. Why do we not see it? Oh, because it's stacked on top of the other ones. That's why. So for the time being, they will remain as ugly as they are. The size of them, I'd like them to be maybe 50-50. That's too small. Let's do 75-75. Okay, something of the sort. How do you got the glasses? My roommate's sister, girlfriend gave it to me. Most companies use Unity or Unreal. I don't know. Your title is a troll magnet. I know. Unity should be easier than Unreal for indies. I don't know. If N3K would not take long breaks, he would have more views and he would be insane. What is your view on Godot? It's I haven't played around with it. I heard it's pretty optimal for 2D games. However, we're going in that direction with Unity. Yeah, Asian roommate, sister's girlfriend. I forgot the Asian part. Text Mesh or Text Mesh Pro? Let's do Text Mesh Pro. It's a little bit cool. Can you make a photon tutorial? Hell no. Screw photon. We got this new network transport layer coming, and I've been looking at it quite a lot. I like it. It's exactly the same thing as LLAPI, just we don't have channel. So the tutorial we had on the channel recently, still relevant, still very useful. It's basically the same thing. You just have to think a little bit deeper because you don't have access to channel. So they don't hold your hand as much, but it's really, really good. Plus, if you use, like, there's 3 ways to implement it. You can implement it on the main thread. You can implement it on job system, and you can also implement it as ECS. If you implement it with ECS on the job system, it is so efficient you don't even know. Like, it actually competes with, well, first it competes with Photon. It kills Photon right away, but it competes with eNet. Please don't join Udemy. I already have them. I have a course out there. It's a top-down RPG course. One day I might remove it and put it on YouTube, but I need money too. Like, I gotta put the bread in my mouth, you know, and eat the rice. It's important to have a monetization plan when you do stuff like I'm doing. The thing is, when I started 3 years ago almost, I didn't have any monetization plan. The only thing I did to monetize is Patreon, which I'm about to kill, and Udemy. I did only 1 course in Udemy. So my hobby hasn't really been paying a lot of money for the amount of time I put in it, which, you know, it's a hobby, but at the same time, we built a nice community and you guys are here today, so it's not all about the money at one point. A lot of people think it is. There's people that like get 10,000 subs on YouTube and they use that right away and they funnel it straight to Udemy and they make like 1,000 of course there and they make a lot of money, and I'm not against that. I could have went that way. In fact, a lot of time I'm thinking like I should have went that way back in the days. But it's too late for me. I'm too far down the hole into YouTube and their stupid policy. And every time I try to do something cool on YouTube, I get hit by copyright strikes. So maybe in the end, Udemy was a better place. Who knows? What do you want? You want to do YouTube? After what I just said?
Just try it.
You just want to try it? Mm-hmm. She has 2... How many courses do you have on Udemy, Yume? 3 or 4. She has 3 or 4 courses on Udemy, and they're all working. Like, they're all getting money. Like, imagine if I put all my course on Udemy. Damn, I'd be rich today.
Yeah, they love me.
Yeah, but no. Please make your hair and take out glasses. What?
What's wrong with your glasses?
I don't know. Okay, let's do a score. Let's get a little bit sidetracked. And then we're gonna have to create some kind of a different enemy type. But Photon is free and Unity multiplayer is not. I think you got that in reverse, my friend. Photon is expensive and Udemy is Unet is free. I think you're thinking about the matchmaking service, which you don't end up using really. I mean, you can, but why don't you just create your own matchmaking service? But Photon definitely has a cost. Like I'm trying to get at the fact that Photon is expensive. So we have our live count here. Let's also store the score, which is not going to be a serialized field. I don't know why I was putting that here. Right in score. Are you happy that CSS will soon be on Unity 2019.3? Yes, I actually am, because we did all our UI code in Assassin's Creed. Like the actual panel you'd see was done in CSS, and I thought it was such a cool idea. I actually liked it quite a lot. You see it at a lot of other places, like in WoW, when you open up the login screen of WoW, the message you see on the left is done in CSS as well. So I'm super happy about that. So score on lose bullet and also void on hit enemy. We're gonna need to serialize a couple of fields, 2 fields, serialize field for the score. So TMP Pro Text Mesh Pro UGUI, I think. That's the component type we're looking at. Yeah. Score text. How many languages do you know? I know French, English, and C#, if that's what you're talking about. The other ones I don't use so much anymore. I used to know PHP quite well, but I don't keep up to date. Used to know C++, but that is something else. Used to do a lot of assembly. That I still know. And I guess I'm starting to do ECS, which is still C#, but it's much different. The only visual script you know is Uscript. Well, I think Brackeys came out with a video like 5 days ago talking about the new visual code editor for Unity. Not super interested in it, simply because I don't, when you know how to code, why would you use a visual editor? Maybe to do what I'm doing today, like maybe to go fast, yeah. Did you learn Unity via YouTube? Yes, I learned Unity through Berserk Arcade back in the day with a 150 episode long tutorial on how to make an RPG. If you're curious, I didn't finish it, but I looked at it. It was quite cool. I made it to maybe like episode 60 or something. Okay, so my score is not changing. I don't really have when my enemy die, I need to call my player. I'm going super fast writing awful code right now. We gotta get this out of the way. Okay. By your perspective, how will Unity become perfect? When they give us all the tools we need to remove what we don't need. So ECS is a good example of it. because we're starting to drop a lot of things that we don't need. We're starting to drop. Well, first we're going data-oriented programming. So what happens here is that we can go back like to Unity is going to be good when the convenience level is going to be adjustable. So when you can like really break your head on making your code and it, like have it really be hard, but really rewarding at the same time. You could go the easy route like I'm doing right now for this game, like using mono behavior and using all those kind of crappy component that makes it so we can edit really fast. But we can also go the other way around and like create our game in a really optimized manner by using, say, ECS, by dropping things we don't need, by using our own physics, by changing the rendering pipeline. We can script it now. It's a scriptable rendering pipeline, so we can change that. There. That's when Unity is going to be perfect. Now, all those features are there. They're just not done. They're quite buggy. Are you certified in Unity? I'm not certified in Unity because I have to drive 11 hours to take the exam. And that's just thing that you don't want to do in life. I don't know. I drove 11 hours to get my dog, but I didn't drive 11 hours to get my Unity certification. But I was asked to teach for Unity at one point, so I don't think that's something really required. Let's see. Speaking of which, can you get Dogo? And a glass of water? And a glass of water, please. That'd be great. I'd love you very much.
You make me drink.
Always do. Her computer is so loud. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. She has a laptop and it's always rendering stuff, so it's super loud. Okay, so my score goes up, I hit the enemy, I want to spawn another one after that. It'd be great if I could have different type of enemies. So, thank you.
You should tell them how the dog woke me up this morning.
No, I won't.
You should tell them. It's a good story. Tell them.
I'm not here to talk about stories.
Well, the dog, I'll bring you the dog.
Just know that our dog is he's 1 month old in this house, but he's 14 weeks old. But he hasn't been here for long, that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone likes story. Every time he comes here, he fucking yells. Give me a dogo.
Show his guilty face, and then tell them how he wake me up this morning.
Guilty face? What are you talking about? Ain't no guilt in that. It's a perfect little sploof. Does he look guilty to you? Your Asian roommate, sister, girlfriend sound Asian. Heard about that before.
Do you know what's more sad about that?
No.
There you go.
Like he does that all the time. Oh, you want to go down? What? Right, it's gonna be a 2D game. I should be working on it right now. I'm thinking about the enemy. When he dies, I should be spawning another one, but how? Ouch. Okay, you go down. It's time to create an enemy spawner. Let's do that. But yeah, just to tell you the short story is that he's not 100% poopy trained. Like, the first floor, he doesn't poop on it. That's perfect. He got that right. Second floor, he's still learning. Like in the basement, he's still learning where he's allowed to poop and not. And we have pads because he's too cold to go outside, and he doesn't really want to go outside at this time. So what he did this morning is that he broke into our room and he woke us up with a nice little poop. And it smelled. It's not the best story ever, is it?
You forgot the crying part.
Oh, that I don't know. You're gonna have to tell them.
He was pooping, right? So he broke into the room and started pooping. But while he's pooping, he's crying.
Because he's guilty of pooping.
But he still pooped anyway.
He cries because he's guilty of pooping. He's like, I don't know where to poop anymore. Now you got your new glasses on, you look like 3 other YouTubers I watch. You just convinced me. Congratulations. Going back to the trash style. So enemy spawner, right? I should have created a couple of singleton when I started doing this, but here it is. Enemy spawner. Instance. Who do you guys watch, by the way? I want to start watching a little bit of more tutorial from Unity people. For the sole reason that I need ideas of where people go. I need to keep up with the game, you know? I started making videos again, like, what, 2 weeks ago? Or 3 weeks ago? And we run out of content to create quite fast, unless we want to go back. Like, I could create infinite amount of content if I went back to my library, which is something I've done yesterday. The video you saw yesterday is something I made really, really fast. Took me about 6 hours total to make that video. Which is fast, by the way, if you're asking. Just live stream cloning games. Yeah, it would be much easier than coming up with original ideas. So Bracky's like that. Wait, I have an issue right now. Hey. He's biting my socks. Really hard time coding with this dude. Alright, you're going in the living room. I'm gonna be locking the door. Can we copy strike 45? Okay. Right. Prefabs. Enemy 1. Hey, don't let him in. He bites my socks.
How long till you finish?
It's a good question.
He wants to walk.
You should go walk with him.
I don't wanna, it's kinda cold.
It is cold outside.
Can you hear my fan?
They can hear everything. So here's what I'll do. I'll spawn enemy 1, enemy 2, enemy 3, then I'll start a new cycle. And that new cycle is gonna up the speed a little bit. Cycle. Float. Oh well, you know what, I'll just do that hard-coded. Okay, so when we spawn an enemy, here's the thing is, about live streaming that I don't like. If I was to live stream and like work as I usually do, it would be much lower than what I'm trying to do right now. And we would get like nowhere. So I'm really hesitant when it comes down to that. Maybe I should return enemy. Yeah. Huh. Instantiate enemy. Instantiate enemy 1. Which prefab is it? No! Chum. My bad. Damn, I just sneezed and got a lot more ideas. What you doing?
I'm waiting for you to get done.
Oh, you're really close to the mic. You're gonna scream for them right now.
Waiting for you to get done.
Careful. With the microphone being right next to you. Okay. So, we create an enemy. I want to keep track of it. I'll do a get component on it. Type of enemy. That will also be my return value. then we up that, and if cycle index is bigger than enemies.count.length, so in this case that will be 3. If cycle index is equal to that, or bigger or equal to that, then we reset it, so cycle index equal to 0. Okay, so we're gonna be spawning our enemies just like this. Sneeze more often. So fucking weird. Yeah. A PC Drool Gamer. I actually want to have more clickbait title. It sounds bad. I should not really admit that, but that's what other people do to get a lot of viewers. No. How to get the best earning game ideas. Sure, now I just have to find out how and give you appropriate content, right? I watched Sebastian, but I guess you already know him because you showed him before. Yeah, Sebastian is cool. I wish I could speak to any of those. Like the only one I'm in contact with is Tyra, and Tyra is quite cool as well. He's more my type of YouTuber, I guess, where we go more with the flow. We don't really care so much about being extremely clean, and I don't know. He's just more down to earth, I feel like. Why am I using singleton encoding? Because that's what I'm doing right now, trying to gain some time. So we spawn an enemy like this. I'll do that with the singleton you just mentioned, and I'll do that when I die. So when the enemy dies. So enemy spawner. Enemy spawner instance. Whoops, that's a bad implementation. It should be public. Instance spawn enemy. There we go. So when I destroy it, I spawn another enemy. It's gonna spawn it automatically based on which cycle it's at. Okay, so here I do cycle next. And I want to do cycle count as well. I want to increment that. Why do I want to increment that? Simply because I want to make it harder on the next run. So r.set level, I'll just write it like that, and I'll send in cycle count. Careful with Dogo. I just don't want it to like make so much noise. I don't know.
What noise?
No noise, no noise.
Oh, he looks so cute.
It's for clickbait. You ask for ideas. Yes, yes. I recommend a video, The Making of a Sonic Hedgehog 1 and 2. It looks into mechanic and aesthetic inspiration. Have you ever thought of bringing in like 5 people through the call-out feature to see what happens? How chaotic it would look? Yeah, you know, that's actually a good experiment. First, on the Sonic thing, I'd have to create that game. To be honest, I need to have some kind of interest for that. Which I don't. It kind of sucks. My favorite Sonic game were Battle Adventure 2. And the first one as well, Adventure... What is it? Adventure Battle? I don't remember. But it was the one that you start with the snowboard thing in the city. Yo, we're having some dog issue. Sonic Adventure 2, right? I don't know why I said Sonic Battle. There. This one was my favorite one. So I'm not really familiar with the old ones. Too young for this. So, okay. Focus, Mike. Spawn an enemy. On destroy, we spawn an enemy. It spawns it at a random position? No. Should spawn it in the center. Now, enemy doesn't have a set level, that's really true. Okay, so we go here, public void set level with an int. Now, based on how many cycles we have, we're going to up the speed. Some hard-coded value like that. It's just going to be faster on the second round. Yeah. We could reduce the size of it as well. But hey. Hey, how you doing? You wanna go take care of the doggo while I finish this?
He's gonna give up.
He's gonna give up, okay. Until then, should I just mute myself? Oh my god, it's so loud. This dog is getting an early meal today. Can you show your roommate? No, no, she won't. She won't even appear in the video. She's so shy. So enemy spawner. I want to have some different type of enemies. That's a bullet, that's fine. My enemy 1 would be this dude. Now, for the time being, I'm gonna rename him to enemy 1, enemy 1. And we're going to have another one for this one, so enemy 2. I should be using an inheritance here. We'll do that, we'll use an inheritance, but first, let's make sure everything works. So enemy 1. Put it, say, at 3 different spots. So after I killed 3, it's gonna be faster. So where's my new enemy now? Apparently they all went missing? Why? So they're in my list over here. When I hit it, they're all gone. Is there something I don't understand? So we instantiate one from the list. It got deleted from the scene. Yeah, but isn't it supposed to be persistent? Do I set the no? I don't set the var to null. Yeah, it got deleted. You're right. It got deleted. However, it's supposed to be persistent because I take it from outside of the game. Oh wait. What's that doing here? Get out. Get out. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Well, let's fill this back in. And upon start, let's spawn enemy. You guys follow more than I do. Like, you guys are following on this project more than I am. It's kind of weird. There, enemy 1, enemy 2, and I'm dropping a couple of bullets. So this one should be faster. If we have a look at the speed, he has a speed of 2.5, so he is actually a little bit faster. That's weird. Why is it here? Because it actually spawns on the on destroy, so that's why it's shouldn't be there. So before I destroy it, I'm gonna check. Oh, you know what? I'll leave it like that for now. We'll go in. We'll actually do some bug fixing a little bit later on. I wanna have a shop up and running like really quickly. For this to happen, I need a couple of different sprites. Sprite Atlas. Did I see that? Nice, Sprite Atlas. Player skin. I never use a Sprite Atlas. Maybe I'm just gonna, not do that and go for something a little bit more conventional for me. So 256 could be our texture. This is gonna be our player Atlas. And what I want to do here is create different skin for the player, and I'll change through that. I'll iterate through those depending on which he has active. So we have 256 by 256. Let's say we want to have just 4 skins. Since we don't have much time to work with this. So here's one. Here's the second one. Oh, wait. I got that wrong. What's the size of this thing? 256, okay. No, wait. 256 divided by 2, 128, okay. That's what I got wrong. The size of this thing. 128. There it is. What do you think about Zamaran? It's been a long time, dude. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Skin 1, Skin 2, Skin 3. They're all very pretty. Last one's a happy yellow color. So, where did I save this? Ah, here. All right. So my texture type becomes a sprite 2D UI with multiple on it, which means I can split this thing, can slice it. Even automatically, you think it's gonna work? No, it doesn't work automatically. Let's do custom, or let's do automatic by cell size. 128, 128. So we got our 4 skins. And here we are. Now, I'd like to keep that in some kind of thing that persists. So what I'll do, I'll create a new scene called preloader. This one's gonna hold information that is only necessary once. So game manager, basically it's gonna hold a game manager that one's going to persist through the whole game. But we're never going to load the preloader scene again. So let's go here, let's do private, say, maybe, I don't want to do a list, let's do an array. Texture to the array, or sprite array. Player skins. Could be only 4, I know there's only going to be 4. Unfortunately, it's that time of the day where the dog needs attention. Seriously, we gotta do something with this. Sorry about that.
We'll take you outside.
Oh, you want to take him outside?
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'll do that soon too. Okay. Yeah, array starts at 0, but this is to define the size of an array, so we have 4 here, which should do the job. I'll have this one public, and I'll use another stupid singleton. Can we get a VoIP or voice call video tutorial? I don't have what it takes to give that information. In terms of that protocol, I never even meddled with it. Like, I never play around with that protocol. So I wouldn't know. It's just, I would give you a tutorial if I could, but never even dwelled into it. Which language do you find yourself taking the most time, talking most of the time in real life? Well, my girlfriend speaks English. My family speaks French. It's English actually. Yeah, kind of sucks. Everybody around me speaks French, but I only speak to my girlfriend and I only speak to people in Discord. So yeah, even though I'm in the middle of Quebec, in the rural area, I end up speaking more English than French. Which sucks because I'm losing my French big time, and now I sound like a retard every time I try to Google it. Like when I dress up and I look like a real person, I want to go talk to somebody, maybe to get more investment in our crypto mine. I blur my word, like I slur my word, which is something I already do in English. Now I do it in both language because I don't practice enough. Okay. So we have our player skins. I'm gonna drag and drop them all in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we also need to change scene. From this point, we load the menu. So when we start this game, we didn't do the persisting thing, so we have also to do don't destroy on load game object. When we load the preloader, we keep the game manager and we go straight to the menu scene. Yep, here it is. We still have access to the skin. Now at this point, we're gonna make the UI look a little bit better, so I'm gonna just put, say, a background. I don't wanna... the other background just looks so bad. Like the default background. So I'm gonna be putting this. Maybe none. Yeah, none's gonna work because it still holds a shape. Not like sprites. If you put none on sprite, you don't get any shape, you don't get any filler, but you do if you put it under UI. So that's my background. In terms of color, not sure. You can just put anything. Of course, art direction hasn't kicked in this tutorial just yet. Not tutorial, but script. Not script, but stream. And yeah, I'd like to have my shop. Let's just create our shop real quick. It's gonna be super simple. That's gonna be my shop. Gonna be at the bottom. What do we do here? Well, first, I'd like it to be the whole size of the screen with margin on left and right. And the position Y could be something of the sort, height 200. Our play button is going to be at the top now. And our shop could have a different color. Do you have any app on the Play Store? I had, but people report them, so they go away. If you have enough reports, you can take down an app, because I'm a small developer and I get bullied around. And instead of sending claims, like to tell them everything is fine, I don't do that. I don't want to fight that, guys. There's a downside to being public, I guess. That's just what I'm gonna say. But people are annoying. Like, if you look back on every single of my video in the past 2 years, my like-dislike ratio was perfect before that. 100%, like never got any dislike. But then at one point, upon the 15 minute of releasing a video, every time I get this one dislike. There's somebody that is subscribed and has notification on just to give me that dislike upon the 15 first minutes. And it's always the thing. Like you go check my video out, you look at the like-dislike ratio, I can go up to like 250 likes and I'm gonna have that one dislike. I can have 20 likes, I'm still gonna have that one dislike. There's always, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Notified to dislike, yeah, but there's people like that. I don't understand the motivation, but there is. It used to piss me off a lot. Like I used to like look for the person and try to bait him. Like, why? This pisses me off, you know, like, but it just became something that I'm waiting for now with my popcorn out. So how would I go? I'm just gonna create buttons for this one. There's only 4 skins, so button 1, 2, and 3. If you want to go work in the living room with your Surface, that'd be great.
I want to work here.
Okay.
Give me. I'll stick him in his tiny house.
Whoa! What's up with him? Did he eat any snow?
Well, he tried to walk there in the snow. He almost got buried.
Oh wait, I'm gonna go take a clip of him when he jumps like a bunny. Oh wow, he's becoming white. Nice. Starting to have a real Shiba here. Well, funny thing is, you still have that one dislike. I'm not on YouTube right now, do I? Let me open that. If you're, you're probably right. That one dislike is probably there. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't want to check. I'll check later. Okay, so back on this, we can speak about more of that. I'm really, like, the more I grow up, the more I really enjoy talking about these kind of topics. Making a neuroscience class on the side is fun. Can analyze a little bit of people, but, you know, at the same time, it's... You're right, it could be jealousy. Just like it could be genuine dislikes. Could be a mix of both. I bet they can hear the dog. Ay. Such a hard time. The dog's fine, guys. It's in the cage because it's annoying while I try to stream. Usually he sits right here and he just chill. What time is it now in my city? It's this time over here plus 3 hours. I'm always on West Coast time, but I'm on the East Coast. So I'm gonna remove the text component. All those buttons will be hooked up to the menu scene where I will buy different skin. So public void. You know what? I don't even need to buy the skins. We'll see. Just have a little bit of customizable stuff in there. Public void on click skin. Which index is it? And depending on which index it is, we're gonna go under the game manager and set the current index. So private int current skin index, which by default is gonna be 0.
I feel bad.
All I hear is chalk on the board. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, can't change the current skin index. I made it private. Oh, let's make it public. Okay, so it's just really simple stuff right now. In terms of the button, the skin I'll put on top of the button is actually gonna be the image itself. So that's 0. In the wrong order, no? Yeah, that's 0 right here. So this one should be index 0. This one is index 1, 2, and 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. I'm totally the other way around, or is that... I was looking at the wrong side, I should be looking at this side. So which one is red? This is red. Red is 0. I'm so distracted by a dog, you don't even know. Hey, which side am I looking at? This is a good side, okay. since I toggled it up, it reordered itself. I just realized that. Damn. That's quite something. Okay. Didn't know that. Well. Here we go. 0, 1, 2. 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then 1 for red. Good. All of them will need a new onClick function, and that onClick function is going to be onClick skin. This is of course 2, 0, 3, and then 1. My head is right above it. I'm changing this value. There it is. You're like 2 steps away from making the Windows logo. That's correct. I don't know, am I receiving more dislikes? It kinda sucks, but I bought it up, so I get to deal with it now. Okay, so clicking on this, object reference is null simply because we haven't started from preloader. Now if I start from this, it's going to change my current skin index. I just have to do something with this value this time, which is going to be something I'll have to do inside of the game. So back on the game, I'm jumping from one place to another. I just realized, totally fine with me. Going to serialize my field, private sprite, player sprite, and check this out. So on the awake, I will do this. Player sprite.sprite or .texture is equal to game manager instance spriteless player skin. Yeah, player skins. Add the index. Well, game manager .instance current skin index. So this is only a get. How do I set my sprite? Has to be a way to change it, right? Oh, I have to get the sprite renderer, my bad. Okay, so sprite renderer. Just like this. And now it's time to fill in this value. It's a serialized field with the sprite. I could simply do, yeah, I don't like doing that under a serialized field. I'm just gonna do a get component on it. There it is. Is he making a hyper-casual game? Yes, this is a hyper-casual game. 100 likes completed. Nice. Coding your own game is easier than you think. It definitely is. You don't even know. You have to be Asian, you have to skip lunch, and then you get to learn. 102 likes, that's crazy. What's up?
He's crying.
He's crying, yeah, I know he's crying. I mean, it's part of life. I don't know. Hey, that's my sprite, boys. It's a bit big, but you know, we have customization at least. Now, the on-destroy call is definitely not working properly. Where's my enemy? So that destroy call, what if we just do GameObject set active false for the moment? We might forget it. And then move this up. Show your roommate.
No.
I'm showing my roommate right now.
No.
Look at the camera.
I don't wanna.
I'm pointing the camera right on you right now.
I'm kicking your ass.
Guys, she's gonna be kicking my ass if I do that. Okay, so our player in size is 128, I think. I don't know if it keeps the pixel size, but I put him back on 0. Or, sorry, I put him back on 1. And I put something like this. So I have a little bit of customization. There's a lot of bugs I don't like the bullet being dropped like that. Really annoying. There, let's use a blue one. Now it's a blue one. Okay. 107 likes. Hey, I'm racking up the likes just by talking about it. It's crazy. I'll do that more often. See, you're doing a great job, thanks. And 3 dislike, people are weird. It's totally fine, man.
Asian style, man.
You sure you don't want to have like a podcast type of deal? We're gonna set up the couch, we're gonna speak, have a chill stream.
What's the title? What is like dating a programmer?
No, that's a
A
very awful
Canadian
thing.
programmer?
A
What's
Canadian.
Like dating? That'll be funny, I think.
Maybe.
I will give out your secrets.
Yeah, that I'm not too fond of.
Like how you cook chicken egg sandwich.
It's pretty good, huh? You say that like it's a bad thing. It's the best thing.
How does a programmer cook egg sandwich?
By the way, is your roommate white?
Nah. Yes.
Kind of? I don't know. I don't know how yellow is Asian. Dating advice channel. Chill stream with your roommate. What up, roommate? Right. Back on this thing. I wanted to fix a weird shooting bug. So here, stop drag. So that's my condition to shoot. I'm not a big fan of it right now because it still shoots if we're going on the other side. I think I just showed a picture of you, I'm not sure. Sorry about that. It's too late now.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing. Touch position and drag. Okay, so I'll grab this one. And if that direction goes up, then we're gonna have to cancel. So let's go and do this. Maybe it's his sister. This guy really wants to know.
Why?
His name is the new hacker. The new hacker really wants to dig deep.
Is your roommate slash sister slash... What am I? Your mate?
Sister, roommate. And you can say maid as well. Dear dot. Okay, so now I gotta get my direction. So if direction dot y is...
He's still crying, man.
I like your comment, dev slash null. I'm receiving a call from Nicole. I can't take it right now.
Just take it.
Hmm. Direction y is smaller than... what is it supposed to be smaller? So like, I have a minimum force. Okay, so if it's smaller than minimum... If it's bigger... Let's see. Yeah, if it's smaller, then we shoot. Else... Doesn't have to be a else statement here. There we go. Yeah, I'm annoying. I know I'm annoying. You're still here. What's your problem, man? Oh, object reference not set. Okay, that's because this. I don't need that, but I want to test it directly in the scene. So if is not equal to null. It still does it. Why? But I can't shoot up. Like, I'm not shooting up like I was before. So there's that. However, I think I can still do something stupid like this. That seems to work, actually. There. How do I do that again? How do I reproduce this bug? Oh. Could I have the same? Could I have multiple scripts with the same kind of name? Off coroutine if it isn't public. I'll let you guys answer that. You already got some answer in the chat. That's pretty cool. You guys are cool. You answer to each other, so I don't have to look at everything. I don't feel bad now. Henry, you want to add my Instagram? Sign to my Instagram. Now you can stalk me a little bit more. Sorry, man. Gotta go play PUBG. Right. Thanks for tuning along, man. You're always here to give me some good title, good clickbait ideas. So we have this one, and it's gonna get a little bit harder every time. I still get one bug that I really dislike. Well, let's just assume it isn't here. And start doing a little bit of art, because we need to publish this thing, and I need to go walk the dog. Can you come here for a second? I need to have a little bit of ideas for this art.
Are you talking to your slave?
No, I'm talking to you. Unless you want to be considered as my slave.
No.
No?
You have what?
This is it. You see the game? On this side?
I don't want to be on camera.
Don't be on camera then.
There.
I'm just shooting stuff, right?
But it's that block thing.
A block would be like skins. Doesn't matter. I'm just shooting stuff, yeah? What could I do? This is going to be like some kind of slingshot, but I don't know how to visualize it. And what am I shooting at? And most importantly, you can show me your very bad code. Ooh. Right, let's bring up the Photoshop and cry a little bit. So we need some player icon. What could be good here? Help me out a bit. Come on.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Why? You can shoot Elon Musk, but I mean,
Elon
why would
Musk
you do
bullet.
that? What's that? Rocket? Kind of. I don't have much time to do this. Come on, give me an idea that makes sense that I can do. I'm gonna just shoot stars, man. I'm a shooting star thing. Yeah? Custom shape on Photoshop. That'll be it. One of them is gonna be lighting. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna be shooting Dogecoin. I'm Fragger has the best idea. Let's just shoot some cryptocurrencies.
Elon Musk's face.
That's totally fine, man. It's totally fine. So, we're gonna start with Dogecoin. Where's my Doge? Doge. I need their symbol. Like, I don't know if this one's gonna work. Yes, Queen. Let's drop that in here. Where did I save it? Desktop. Okay. Alright, the first bullet's gonna be Dogecoin. Thank you for the idea, by the way. This is it's gonna make it much easier for me. Well, you know what? That would be the bullets, not the actual player. So I'd create another thing for the bullet. Or should I? Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I know we're gonna be shooting the same thing. So that's for the Dogecoin, that's for player 1. I'm a big fan of Ethereum. We could do Ethereum too, why not? Since we're in a crypto space. Let's go grab some logo, I guess. Poor dog is crying downstairs. This is so sad. Alexa, please play Despacito. Copy image, paste. Air, water, earth, and sky. Wasn't it supposed to start now? No. Eastern time is something else. Eastern time is 3 hours late from West Coast. We're gonna shoot some crypto. By the way, do you speak French? Oui. J'ai un accent français parce que je parle français, j'ai un accent du Québec, par contre.
Stop it.
You don't even know what I said. She knows a couple of words in French. It's all disgusting words.
I wonder who taught me it.
No, you just pick it up when I play games, when I scream. I don't like XRP, but here it is. I don't know, you can't shoot XRP, that's way too disgusting. Oui, oui, baguette, FL Tower, yes. Yes. Cheers from France. I was there recently. I like going places. There's always like a backdrop on those images, so I can't take them. Had French exam. God, that must have been painful. And we're gonna wrap this up with, let's say, Stellar. I just revealed my portfolio just like that. Especially with the Dogecoin. I'm only taking, if you're asking about crypto donation, I'm taking crypto donation, but only Dogecoin, and that's for Pepe. Pepe's school in the future. When he goes to the Dogo school. Do you think Pepe will make it to college?
No.
No. Why? He too stupid for that? Look at him. He's gonna beg his way to college.
He's still crying, man. It's been like 10 minutes.
Breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. Look at these low resolution sprites. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Let's have a look. French is awesome. I hope to learn it someday. Yeah, it's something. Where did I get the Unity shirt? I got the Unity shirt from the Unity merch store. That's all I must say about that. Look at this awful little game. Alright. What is our bullets that we're shooting? What bullets are we shooting? Can I please do IAP tutorial? I'd rather not, to be honest. I did it 2 years ago. I don't need to do it like 3 times. It might be outdated, but it's still the same. Like, it's still the same concept. Though I must admit, it's the most viewed tutorial I have in the recent 24 hours. So it would be interesting for me to do it. It's just that, what am I going to do? Repeat myself? Oops, put that on the wrong one. Scripts. There it is. Emojis. Okay, I'll be shooting Dogecoin for now. Oh crap, that's actually quite big. you let him out? Okay.
He's not gonna go through.
At this point, I think we have all the base stuff we need. Is the score going up? I don't think the score is going up. Yeah, our UI is still not done. So we need to do a little bit of thing for our UI. So the score is going up, but when we lose a hit point, not much happens. So let's go ahead and make the hit point change. Now, I don't know what kind of bullet we're gonna have. Maybe it's gonna be Dogecoin. I can like flip the whole thing around, have different players, and just Dogecoin for bullets. So let's see, life panel. These 3 life panels. There it is. They're all Dogecoin. That's the thing we throw. In terms of size, now that we have the real icon, we could actually make this a little bit bigger. Hello, who this? New phone. Dog's trying to break in. And we don't need this background anymore. So we're seeing the size of the text. We can also play around with this and align it. Maybe like so. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and do this. This would be more centered, and for the height, right here. So when we change our score, now it's right in the middle. Okay. Font size could be a little bit bigger than that. There we go. And the font itself could also change. You can say it and say, let's see. Hey, can you do a whole lens tutorial if possible? I would need the whole lens for that. I don't have that. Hey, PC Troll Gamer, you're still here. You lied to me. You said you were gonna go play PUBG. That's a lie. The live stream will be saved on the channel. Will this video be edited with only the main part so it becomes a tutorial? No, I don't think it's gonna be relevant. Though I want to do that in the future, but I'll have to set up like I have to like do some kind of live stream by myself type of deal. Scripting skill is way higher than casual game you're trying making right now, brother. I know. Well, no, I don't know. It might not be true. But yeah, I find myself running into things that I don't want to do ever that I have to do here in terms of just speed. It's the only reason I'm doing that right now is because I don't have any architecture behind this. If I had an architecture, I would know how to structure things properly and how to move in a efficient manner for this game. But we don't have that right now. I'm on limited time, which is almost like game jam code for me. And I got the dog on the other side of the door, just trying to get in. It's a really chaotic environment right now. Let's see. So I'm going to be removing a couple of hit points from the top. To remove the hit points, I'm under game. I have my UI somewhere saved. Is it here? It's not here. So I'm going to put the game object, or should I just put a transform? I'm just going to put the transform as serialized field. And it feels like I lost inheritance, so I'm going to have to type that without. So live container here. And what's my full-time work? I could show you with my full-time work if I wasn't here, but I don't live stream from the other place. It's I'm in crypto and I'm in a other game studio. I'm working on in a crypto farm and also work in another game studio in Vancouver as a consultant at the moment, but I'm going full-time eventually. Let's see. Am I indie dev? Well, I'm technically not indie dev because I don't publish games. The fact that I make YouTube videos does give me revenue and give me opportunities that are similar to indie dev, but they're really not the same thing. Like, and that's where there's like a business, because I want to create my own game. I wanna be indie dev. I want to do it, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. But the problem is, if I go and I do that, if I go and I make a game, say next year that I really plan on making a game, multiplayer game, I want to do that next year. But what happens is, I end up being in a weird position because I want to make a game, but I don't want to disclose everything I do first, so I won't be making YouTube videos. And if I make a game, I'm going to be using tech that is really high level, like not high level, really low level tech. That's going to be really hard for me to first write and study about and learn about, and then explain is something else. Explaining something, especially on YouTube. Damn, there's a lot of people in the chat right now. There's a lot of dumb people in the chat right now as well. It might not be you, don't feel offended, but some people, I don't know, man. You go a long way to explain something, and it's still not clear. And that depends on the teacher as well. Teacher maybe not be clear. I'm not clear all the time. That's completely true. And people don't learn the same way, but to like answer your question, no, I'm not indie dev. I want to go, but if I go, there's going to be like a lack of videos for a little while. Yeah. You must push your skill level up. Yeah, that's really what I want to do, Solitude. And I feel that if I actually do take the break and I do that, take a break and do that, the videos are going to be much better. I'm going to have a much better understanding of things I explain. Am I working on a standing desk right now? Yes. We have a family thing, background of back problem, I guess, that I don't want to be part of, so I'm avoiding that. Trying to avoid it, at least. Thus far, I'm doing good. So when we hit an enemy, that's fine. On loose bullet, we're gonna do something like this. So life count at the beginning is gonna be equal to 3, and then we go down to 2, which means we're gonna be on second index, which is the third thing. So here's what we'll do. Life container. Get child. Do I have access to get child? I don't even have intelligence again. Why? God damn it. Some problem with C# at the moment. And it does not want to recognize Unity Engine. Why does it do that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to write the code without using IntelliSense. So right around on loose bullet, we're gonna do something like this. So life container, get child at the index life count, and that will return me a game object, I think. Yep. No. Transform, then dot game object dot set active to false. I think it's gonna work. Try to right click open C# project. Yeah, oh, there it is. I was looking for it like up there. Game object does not contain definition for set active. It probably does, I just didn't put the capital letter. There. So yeah, we lost one life, and then we lost the final life. Oh no, not this one. There we go. There, so the UI works a bit. Of course, disgusting right now. Where's the game at? Bounds, canvas, life panel. Here it is. I'm gonna make sure that when I delete something, they don't just reorder themselves. So you know what? Just completely delete the horizontal layout grid. Don't need that anymore. And then from that point, preloader, put it here. We're approaching, we're actually on the 3rd hour right now, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll publish that, since we have all we need for the game to be functional, though it's really boring and it's a lot of bug. Since we have the flow, we're gonna go ahead and publish that, and I will, I'll have to do some kind of art at one point, because I'm not leaving the game like that on the store, that's for sure. But I want to show you how to put that on the store. So, here. Store listing on the Google Play console. We don't have an APK just yet. Yeah, add a background, right? Huh? We could do that just before. Background for the game. Again, I'll just put a black background for now. And meanwhile, I should be thinking about how I'm going to turn this game, because I just don't want to leave it like that. I want to put some actual art on it. I like the idea of having Dogecoin, but we can turn like the whole team about that and do a little bit of pixel art. That would be great. Not today though. So background here. Fully blacked at the moment. Oh wait, I can't do that. I just realized if I do that here, it goes beyond the sprites. Am I correct to say that? Yeah, it goes beyond the sprite, so I'm just gonna change the color of the skybox. A scene wasn't found, please rebake. What? Which scene wasn't found? Preloader? Is your roommate your girlfriend too? Yeah. By the way, she's not my roommate, she's my girlfriend. You learn a lot faster when you actually do it. Well, she's in the chat right now. She's just dealing with your bullshit. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's go ahead and build this APK. So I'm going to be building that. HGC for high casual game. HCG. High casual game. She just sent me a picture. This is the Borker downstairs. He really wants to get out. Yeah. You should just release the dog. Like, I'm almost done here. We're gonna upload that, set some temporary graphic, then we'll be back at it. I think we have no choice. We gotta get this dog out before he kills everybody. So high-res icon. Do I have a Dogecoin somewhere? So I don't know what the values are for this. I think it's okay. 512, 512, 512. Oh wait, I do have the Dogecoin saved somewhere, so I'm just gonna use that. By the way, this is copyrighted. I think, I'm pretty sure it is. So I definitely cannot leave that. Once I actually once I publish the game, in alpha, it's fine because nobody has access to it. But as soon as we're outside of that, this icon cannot stay. So I'm only saving it temporarily, and I'm not going to be saving it any longer than that. Same thing for the game. Inside of the game, I can't use that. Really important that we change it before, so I can do like a nice pixelized version of it, which is going to give it a better style than just using the icon itself. Yeah, you know, you should really take this online course. Don't publish with copyright? Yeah, so we're not publishing, we're just putting it in draft. We're not publishing, don't worry about that. I'm not getting screwed over another time, man. Nah. Save draft. So when you're gonna be publishing, you also need to set the feature graphic. What else do we need? Everything that has the little star next to it. So you do need a lot of screenshots, and basically you fill in all this information, and everything you see on the left hand side with a check mark next to it is what you need to fill in. Right now, For internal test track, that's what I'll release it. Production is when it's outside. It's when it's on the store. Open track is open beta. Closed track is alpha for your friends. Internal test track is just, I don't know actually, but that's what I'll be using. Let's go under that, create a release. Let's sign in there, accept. And we're going to find our game, which I think I built inside of my folder itself. Yeah, so hyper casual game, and then here it is, hyper casual game.apk. That's the old one, that's the new one. I'm uploading this. Release name is B4 Alpha kind of deal. I don't know, you don't really need a release name, do you? Okay, so it says you upload an APK or Android app bundle that was signed in debug mode, so you need to sign your APK. That is totally right. What we have to do at this point is we have to reopen our player settings. So build settings, player settings. Let's give it a real name. So mgn hyper casual game 1. I can't name it like that. I'll just name it Full Swing. Or nah, hyper casual game 1. Good. Version is going to be equal to the 0.1. That's good. Bundle version code. That's the first one. Everything's fine here. And now we have to sign our APK. So signing our APK is something that is really confusing for a lot of people. If it's your first game that you sign on the Google Play Store, you're gonna have to create a new key store. They call it a key store, which is basically, it's gonna be an encrypted file that holds a lot of different keys. It can hold only one if you only have one game, but it can hold multiple keys that you'll need to update your APK on the store. So we set a password. Let me set a password for that. Really important you remember it. You can't go back if you forget about this one. So, you know what? Yeah, that's good. I remember this one. I will remember it. And what's important at this point, let's see, I haven't done that in a while. So I create my key store, I browse it, and I save it somewhere. I'm gonna save it here on my desktop, key store, mgn. So that will be done. And from here, once it's saved, once I have a reference to it, you see this wasn't here before, but now it's here. Create a new key. The alias for this one is going to be Full Swing, or the name of the game. Password, give it another password. I use the same one. No, I shouldn't use the same one. Let me use another one. Good one. First and last name. Organizational unit. Don't need to put that. MGN, city or loyalty, blah blah blah. Do I need to put all of that? I don't know. Create key. Let's see. Okay, so I feel like it has worked. Yeah, so Full Swing's here. I have to input the password for this very specific key. There it is. My build's a Gradle one. If you guys know what this means, I am not 100% sure and I haven't Googled it just yet. What's the difference in between internal and Gradle? I would very love to know. Because they offer you a template and I'm like, hey, that seems cool. Just by clicking on it, I import the plugin apparently. Yeah, screw that. But yeah, I don't know what it is. So if you guys do know what it is, I'd very much like to be part of that group of people that know what it is. Right, so once I have my key store, now I can build this again. I don't need to build it around, I just need to build. And it will now be signed. And yeah, since it's signed, we push that on the App Store. Amazing. Just, I want to say how you will get copyright. Yeah, I will get copyright if I leave that on, but this is a page nobody's gonna have access to. And of course, it's something I'll be changing before it goes live. But I'll show you how to put it live, because that's the whole point of the live stream, right? Upload another file. Yep, let's upload another file. The first one didn't work. This one is signed. what's new in this release? First comment. Makes me laugh. I don't know why. It's not really a comment. Here it is. So version code 1 and the APK in size 22 meg. So it could be much smaller than that if we put it on ARM only. Maybe we should do this. Since we're right here, right? Let's do that. Other settings, we're building only for one type of processor. We're building for only one type of processor. Where is it already? Did it change? Or am I just blind? Okay, so target architecture, here it is. So we're going to be building only for ARM v7. I don't need to build for 32 bits systems, which should make this a lot smaller. I believe that in the future with Unity for small things, they're gonna make that by default. Again, I'm not 100% sure what this does in terms of Windows Phone, so maybe if I do that, Windows Phone won't have access to my build? I don't know. I have like no clue. Windows Phone don't run Android. What am I talking about? This is fine. This is fine. Browse file, we're going to remove this one. And we went from 22 meg to 12, I believe. So you need to use a different version code for APK. Okay, because it saved the other one I had before. Oh damn, that sucks. Right, so it saved the one I had before, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say, well, this is code version 2 now. Better deal with it, man. Buy some McMuffin. You just gave me $5 to buy you some goddamn McMuffin? Really? I'll go get you some later. I'll get myself one at the same time. Thank you. Mucho apreciado. Yeah, I have to change version number, which kind of sucks because the first one wasn't published, so I was not expecting that to happen. Let's see. Version code 2, right? Save. And now we get the green check mark for app release. We need the green check mark for store listing, content rating, pricing, distribution. I can do content rating right away. I know exactly what the thing is. By the way, here's my business email if you want to contact me. This one is safe to put on the stream. App category is a game. It does not have no violence, no fear, no sex, no gambling, no language, no drugs, no weird humor, though, I don't know. Some people see crypto as a bad thing, I don't know. No voice chat, no physical location, no physical goods, no Nazi, no bomb making tutorial, and no terrorism. Yay! Look at this best rating. Do you have any games uploaded to itch.io? I have one, I think. Let's go see. Well, it's only a test, right? I have no real games ever updated. Oh, wait, I did, what is it? Save the Turk. I did that. And I did that too. Okay, I have games. Yeah, I do have 2 games. 3 Little Pigs. I'll show you after I'm done with this. I'm almost done with this, guys. Bear with me. Then I can show you like things I'm working on too. That'd be nice. Pricing and distribution. It's a free app. Can be available in all the countries. Wait, what? Available. Just put that on all available. There we go. It's not directed to child. It does not contain ad. It will manage Google Play, I hope, at one point. And yeah, it will manage Google Play at one point. I haven't done that today, but the goal is to keep some high scores. Simple stuff. Privately target this app to a list of organization. No, not really a fan of that. Marketing opt-out? Meets the guideline and it meets the US export law. Save draft, boys. Application has been saved. We're only missing one thing, the store listing. And that's where you put a lot of different graphics. So what do I need here? I need screenshots. I need at least 2 screenshots. So for my 2 screenshots at the moment, here's one. Thanks for the bomb tutorial. Hey, anytime, man, just ask. I got you covered. And here's the second screenshot. Browse file, let's go here. 1, 2, here they are. These 2 files. 2 out of 8. And we're missing one feature graphic, which, I don't know, man. How big is that supposed to be? 1024 500. 1024 500. Full swing. In bright yellow. There we go. Save this, save everything. Again, I'm saving like trash on my desktop for the simple reason that not final graphic, just graphics, so we can have our spot in the store. It's not public. I gotta remind everybody that this is not public. This is hidden, but it contains my .com in it. So I'm still missing something apparently. What is it? What could it be that I'm missing? Screenshots. Okay, at least 2 screenshots are required. We got that. Overall. Okay, higher resolution icon, that's done. Feature graphic, that's done. Application type, okay, here it is. It's a game in the arcade category. We got our content rating. Website freedom.tm, my work email. Rather not show that actually. Not submitting a privacy policy. Save draft. Okay, application has been saved. We are now ready to click on the big shiny button. Ready to publish. See that? See this up here? Ready to publish. We're gonna do it today? Hell no. Hell no, it's not ready. Though I think we can publish it because we're in internal release. Huh. Let's see. So internal test track, that's my release right here. Do I get to press on the big release button? Review, okay. Your warning message. Okay, yeah. It basically says that this will be rolled out to nobody because I don't have anybody for. Well, I didn't add anybody in the internal test list. But either way, this is it, guys. Confirm. Pending publication, so somebody's going to look over that and tell me that I did a good job and they will let me pollute the Play Store.
I tried, man.
What do you think about that, Pepe? Do you like this app? You saw it? It's on the store. You're popular now. We did it, boys. We did it, boys. It took like 3 hours
This dog
to release a game without art in it. It could be public. It could be in public. Like a lot of people have shitty apps that look bad publicly available. It could be. This dog is giving me a hard time. I think I'll go back to it during the week and I'll show you next week during another live stream how it looks like after. We could also do like a proper release back then. So that's actually it for this thing. I'm gonna be closing it now. And you wanna show them Raccoon?
You can show them, you have it, right?
Yeah, I have it on my computer. I can download it. I'll show them. Oh man, you gotta get the dog out there though. This dog needs to go run really soon.
He's being a demon. Look, he's
Ouch.
really after your foot. Give me.
I don't know what's up with these socks. It's these socks. He doesn't always have those.
No, you have to walk him. And then he runs.
Okay, I'm gonna give up. Yeah. I'd like to show you guys a little bit of what we're working on, me and Yume. Since we're here. And also why, let's go back in our old project. This is something we've done during a game jam actually. I think I showed that in the past. I probably showed it in one of the video. That was quite fun. We had me, Yume, another programmer, a friend of mine, and a audio guy, which turned out to be quite cool. And it was a story about 3 little pigs. Then the big day, a wolf came and blew on their houses. That was for a game jam, 48-hour game jam. Didn't sleep much, huh?
I thought you were showing that clip. You were showing that one.
I'm showing you a lot of things.
Mm.
So basically we have a little dude here, he's running around and he's trying to repair the house. That was fun. That was fun to make at least. But it was really hard to beat on your own. It was co-op multiplayer, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Either way, you have to build a whole house and then you have to paint it like so. And once it's fully painted, it's fully protected, you beat the game. Did I have anything else? Yeah, I have Save the Turk and also have the top-down RPG. I have a couple of things on itch.io actually. I can show you while I'm downloading Raccoon, which is another mobile game we're working on. But everything was made with Unity. This one was even Unity WebGL. Oh, couple of bugs here in lab. It never looked as good in WebGL as it looks in its standalone. I don't know why. But yeah, do I have inventory in this one? I have inventory, I just don't remember how to plug it. Oh wow. Yeah, no, a lot of things aren't working as they should. Oh well. And then Save the Turk, which was for LD42, I think. Let them there. And as I mentioned here, WebGL build is only for preview and contains graphic artifact, which is totally true. It's really, really bad. Oh, it's LD41, so I didn't participate in LD42.
Did you get my donation?
Yeah, I got your donation. Why you give me money?
So you can buy muffin. Screw
your muffin. Oh, this thing doesn't even work in WebGL. That's so sad. I remember when I did that. My sound effects. This has to be so loud on the stream too. Oh yeah, that's what I had to do. I just forgot the controls. Yeah, that was something. Okay. Raccoon. Let's show a little bit of Raccoon since we're here. And then we're gonna go take a walk with the demon. Okay, so this won't compile. Every time you have a game with ads in it, never compiles unless you put ads. You activate those. So let's go here, switch for Android. Have a couple of levels. Did you have an idea to make an horror game? I never actually went and made an horror game. I think it would be much easier than making most of the game that I have in mind. Yeah, the hack and slash tower defense, that's what I was going for. Damn, you just run into like the time limit so fast. At the beginning you think you're gonna have time for everything. It just turns out that no, time is a really expensive resource apparently. Oh, thank you very mucho. I want to start Raccoon, but they don't let me if I don't have if I don't fix my ads. But I don't know where the service tab is anymore. They keep changing it. Let me try to cheat the system. Go under cloud. Oh, services, there it is. Ads supposed to be on. Let's remove it and put it back on. Actually, when I remove it, there's no longer any bugs. And it comes back. Okay, that's weird. There. Why does it do that? The Raccoon won't boot anymore because I'm on a different version. Should have stayed on 2018 point something. 1, maybe? Advertisement, here it is. Install this. Chicken burrito. Remove add package and add it again. Yep, exactly what I'm doing now. We went from a service to a package, maybe? Ah, clean. Very clean. Okay, mute audio. I'm sorry about that. Right, this is our little mobile game in which we're not completely done. We have a lot of level to do, but it's about a raccoon. And that raccoon... Oh wait, I hide the background. It's gonna be so ugly now. Ugh. It's about a raccoon collecting gold and going through a level. He has a couple of mechanics in here. Let me try and get that background back up. Damn, I really screwed your background, man. Don't beat me over it.
It's probably just hidden.
Yeah, it's probably just hidden. Maybe with opacity and such. Yeah, it's a small game like that. It's just a little fun thing that you move around. And it's gonna be on mobile. We're almost done with that. I mean, we're supposed to be almost done with that like maybe 6 months ago, but once we get to it, we'll finish it in 1 week, huh? Then I gradually introduce elements of gameplay, just like a real designer does. So like that's a first real attempt at doing game design. So you really go slow. If you guys go back on the channel, there's a video about that. There's a video about designing your game with an Excel spreadsheet, and this has like a difficulty curve that goes up till you hit the boss, and it drops down, but it's a little bit harder than level 1, and it goes up again. It's like a real difficulty curve that you see in actual games. So as you progress through this, it becomes harder and harder. But we're not completely done with the level, especially because I hide them when I work on it, so you only see the collision mesh right now, but you know, we're getting there. We should finish that. It has one-way platform, as you can see here. I can go through these small little thing. I can actually, yeah, get on top of that from beneath. So, yep, that's actually where I'm gonna be turning the stream off today. Why? Because we got a demon to walk, and also because I'm tired of standing up. I've been standing up for 3 hours now, 30 minutes without moving. Thank you so much, guys. I didn't expect that many people to tune in this morning. Quite happy about that. It's quite cool to see all of you reunited, give me a lot of tips and give me a lot of shit for the code I write. But I really appreciate that though, because I get to fix my code and I get to learn a lot. So until next week, I will see you in a couple of videos during the week. I don't have anything planned for the videos during this week. I will find out as I go. So I got a couple of options right here. Oh, I gotta do hosting. So our LL API tutorial, I said I was gonna be hosting on Windows. So Windows host, do I have that here? Yep. So I gotta get started with that. And also Linux host a little bit shortly after. Then maybe go into ECS a bit. Yeah, maybe start ECS during the late week. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Join Discord. I was about to ask you to like, subscribe, and comment, but it's too much, man. Just join Discord. The link is going to be always in the description down below. Click on that, and I'll see you in there. Cheers.